We suffer for our art, don't we?
So we hope you enjoy.
Well, this is the thing. Tom puts his life on the line. You guys can say we did that too.
Yeah, you don't sign up to mission a bit difficult.
Hayley, Tarzan, so good to see you. Now, I've been set a secret mission, and our mission, should we all choose to accept it, is to have a really good interview and a really good time. Do you accept?
We accept.
We accept it. For
Oh,
sure.
I
We are
love this.
ready.
Love
Give it
this.
to us.
I'm going to. So, McHugh told me last night on the red carpet that the Arctic is one of the most beautiful filming locations he's ever been to. But as an actor, it's very different. Just how cold is it?
Minus 40 degrees. The first time that we went on set, I couldn't see anyone because everyone was sort of covered up and their goggles. So I had to guess who people were, but I could tell it was McHugh because all of his facial hair had sort of merged into one big icicle, and he looked a bit like a walrus, didn't he? Human walrus. But I have to say, I loved it. I thrived there. It was definitely my favorite environment to be in. I'm terrible in heat. I lose my sense of humor. I'm just looking for a cool, dark spot to curl up in until the sun passes. So for me, this was like, you're so invigorated. It propels you to keep moving. I like that.
I agree with her. It was the most beautiful place ever, but I'm the opposite. When it's cold, I shut down and I'm like frozen. I remember we were in the tent and everybody said, "Hey, let's go outside and make snow angels." And I'm like, no. Why would you do that if they didn't call action? And then, when we're filming those things, because there's no real blizzard in there. So McHugh would set up a fan and he would say, we would all be lined up and they would just start the freaking fan and they would throw ice in it so your face is and you have to take off your stuff because in your gloves and you're just being obliterated by the snow. It's like, shit.
Do you remember? I remember watching Pom's nose become almost transparent.
Mm-hmm.
It was and like glow, like it was made of sort of kind of glow in the dark wax.
Like wax, yeah.
Yeah, and they had to stop the cameras because she was developing frost nip, which is a precursor to frostbite.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, we suffer for our art, don't we?
So we hope you enjoy.
Well, this is the thing. Tom puts his life on the line. You guys can say we did that too.
Yeah, you don't sign up to mission a bit difficult.
I love that. You don't sign up. No, it really is Mission Impossible. Mm-hmm. But Hayley, I want to come to you next because Grace in this installment, she's far less cloak and daggers. She's more helpful. She really comes into her own. And we also see that kind of caring, intimate side to her. I love the scene after the rescue of the submarine with Grace and Ethan in the compression chamber. For you, how was it exploring that more intimate side to Grace? Because you can see, like, you and Tom genuinely cared for each other.
Yeah, I think so much of these films are about the natural evolution of chemistry between who you're working with, but also what the audience seem to be wanting. We're always looking at the frame going, do they want this? Do they want that? What is the most exciting version of this? And what I really liked is that, particularly in the first one, she wasn't driven with a romantic agenda. She wasn't an object of desire. It wasn't led with a kind of a sexual chemistry or a frisson between them. It was pressure and circumstance kept pushing them together. He needed her, she needed him, but wouldn't want to admit it and spent the whole movie trying to get away from him. And now I think it's that thing where she's like, oh no, you've made me care about you. And the pain or I guess the cost of caring or belonging to someone or a group of people is the fear of losing them. So the stakes for her in this movie become much higher.
Mm-hmm.
But like just in that moment, you can see there was such lovely, genuine affection between you and Tom. And that just came across on screen as well.
Oh, good. I think filming something as intense as this has to be led with a sense of friendship and trust. And it's all for the sake of working together for the audience. So finding out like ways of ideas at work, you throw them out, you try something else, you leave your ego at the door and you go to work. And I respect his approach so much. And he's a dear friend to all of us. And I think he's masterful at making people feel safe and secure and a part of it, and demystifies the process of filmmaking from every single department. And I think that sort of, it's a lovely thing for me to go, you're the female in an action franchise, and yet you're not one thing to someone. You're not one thing to the protagonist. You're sisterly, motherly, romantic, colleagues. There's equality there. There's intellectual stimulation there. There's a physical match. There's more nuances there going on.
And for my final question, watching this film, not just at Tom's stunts, but for example, the Doomsday Vault sequence,
Yeah.
my heart was in my mouth more times than I care to remember. Just quickly, is it that intense on set or is it more calm?
It's more calm. It's more calm. We have fun. You know, the only time I think that it gets intense is when Tom is doing those stunts, and we're like, okay, are you gonna die, or are we gonna see you? Are we gonna be able to hug you when you come back? You know, from flying in the air. But on set, man, it's a light atmosphere, and we love to have fun. We love to play music, dance. Even on set, we'll play games, especially around the cast chairs and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, guys, I hope it's mission accomplished, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lovely to see
Lovely
you.
to see